No air conditioning for the athletes participating in Paris Olympic 2024. Sounds really weird, right? In this video, we'll be talking about how this is possible, what France has done to make this thing possible, and is it a good idea to do this, or is it gonna be a total failure? We'll be going through all of these points in this video, so try watching this video till the end, and without any delays, let's get started with the video, guys. For the Olympic 2024, France has embarked on a journey to construct a sustainable, low-carbon developed Olympic village for all the athletes that will be participating in this Olympic Games. For this, they have selected an underdeveloped industrial wasteland that spreads across 125 acres of land. This site will have around 31 buildings which will host around 15,000 athletes that will be participating in this Olympic Games. And for this, they have used a lot of passive design techniques as well. So all of these buildings are oriented in such a way that they have the lowest amount of solar gains, which will keep this building cooler. So radiant cooling is the reason that they haven't used any air conditioning or the air conditioning support system to cool these entire buildings. So radiant cooling is a process where cold water is circulated into your buildings, and this cold water cools down your floor, your ceiling, your walls, which results into a radiant cooled environment, and your internal rooms and the internal structure of the building remains cool. Here, what they have done is they have circulated similar water pipes which circulates cold water, and this cold water circulates into entire building, which keeps the building colder. Once this water becomes hotter, this water is pumped down to the underground reservoirs, where heat exchanger removes the heat from this water and cools this water down by using the colder temperature that is there on the internal surface of the earth, and this water is circulated back again into the building, keeping the overall building much cooler than the outdoor atmosphere. The other strategies that they have used is orientation of the buildings, its orientation of the balconies, its usage of its windows, doors, and the insulation materials in the wall. They have also used a lot of green roofs. They have also used a lot of shading devices to keep the entire housing area cooler. And guys, this project is not just for Olympics. After the Olympic Games, this entire area will be reused to host residents of France, around 6,000 of them, into these buildings, and the other buildings will be used as schools, offices, and even daycare centers. So this kind of development lowers the carbon footprint of the overall development, as you are not dismantling these buildings, you are repurposing, reusing these buildings. This entire complex will have lower energy requirements than any other projects in Paris. Now coming to the next part, where they have made a 30 million gallon water tank which will be used to store all the wastewater that is coming out of the city, because Paris has a very old drainage system which is combined with the stormwater system and the wastewater system. So whenever it rains and the water overflows, it mixes with the wastewater, and all this water is dumped into the Seine River. It has been banned to swim in the Seine River from past 20 years because of the high pollution rate of this river. So to clean this river, this construction of the tank was very important, where the sewage water will be stored, treated, and then released into the river. And this way, this river will be again swimmable, and there can be competitions held into this river. I think this kind of construction techniques are very important for our modern days, and given the global scenarios of wars, pollution, global warming, everything going on together, and we know the global temperatures are rising. We can feel it. The summers are more warmer, winters are not as cold as they were before. So we can feel the heat, and I think we all should focus on more sustainable and carbon neutral development, in fact. But few countries like US and Canada have opposed this kind of resident system where they believe that this kind of residence won't give a good habitable spaces for their athletes, and they have requested to get portable air conditioning systems for their athletes, which again raises a question: what about the poor countries where people can't afford air conditioning or their athletes can't afford air conditioning? On the other hand, the architects and the engineers, even the scientists, have said that these residents will provide a comfortable living space for all the athletes. But again, some countries are opposing this, and there is a huge controversy going on around this system. So what are your thoughts about this kind of projects? Do you support this kind of projects, or do you think that for the athletes, is it a good thing to have a sustainable living space where they can have a comfortable living? Or do you think that no, they should have an air conditioning systems where they can maintain the temperature whatever they favor the most? Mention your thoughts in the comment section, and if you like this video, go ahead, hit a like and subscribe to my channel and keep following Akhi Vlogs.